So welcome to another episode of Biorenewable Health Network's podcast. Today we are with Melanie Longo of Blissful Boundaries.
Woo-hoo.
And she's going to tell us her story about how she got started in the wellness space. And guess what? It's a lot. So listen close. Welcome.
This. Hey, I'm so happy to be here. This is so
good to
awesome.
have you. We've heard so much from other people who've already been on the podcast and who are going to be on the podcast about how great you are. So I'm excited to have you here.
Yay, I'm excited to tell you about me.
So tell us about
all I
you.
have to offer and everything.
Go for it.
So about 4 years ago, I got in a really bad car accident. I was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. A box truck hit me while I was stopped. So I actually have cervical spondylosis. I had to do cognitive therapy. I went to physical therapy. I did acupuncture. I tried everything. A lot of them, I got my nerve burned. I got cortisone shots.
Wow.
A lot of different things happened during that long process. So before that accident, I was actually coaching gymnastics. I have a very hard time slowing down. Right now, I just want to do handstands and cartwheels and flips and back handsprings, and that's just how I am. So when that happened, I really had to slow down, and I would be talking to my therapist a lot, and he was telling me, look, I know you're upset, it's very hard for you to slow down. Let's find something where you're still active, but good for you. And I'm like, he's like, oh, yoga. I'm like, everyone tells me yoga. I've heard that 1,000 times. All right, is there anything else? So I'm like, all right, I'll try yoga, I'll go for it, but I need something else. There has to be more holistic opportunities.
Too easy for me.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It was too easy, just the basic thing to say, yoga. And I'm like, no, I definitely love the benefits of yoga. I believe in them. I do yoga, but I needed more. So I started researching a bunch of holistic practices and just healing modalities for me to experience and try out. So I tried yoga. I got my yoga certification. I did Reiki. I got sessions. I got attuned to Reiki. And I also did a bunch of sound therapy. I am big on music, and I've always been big on music. And during that time period, I had a very hard time sleeping because my brain was just constantly thinking with the PTSD, with everything with that. Did cognitive therapy. And I found that sound healing helped me sleep. For the first time I was able to sleep. I would be up for hours till 4 a.m. I couldn't heal.
Wow.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't
sleep,
relax.
You're not gonna get anything.
Sleep deprived brain. I was like, no, this is not working for me. I'll never be able to heal. So sound therapy really got me intrigued into a lot more. Once I hit sound therapy, I was like, wow, this is really, really healing. I've always known about the physical with the yoga, kind of just slowing down, gymnastics to yoga, slowing down a little bit, learning more benefits with that. Then with the Reiki, I learned about all my different chakras and about just how your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra. So I started learning about these and these different energy points inside of you. And I realized, oh, wow, certain areas I wasn't really speaking of. My throat chakra, I wasn't really talking about what I was going through besides to my therapist. I would, it's oh, I'm so active. I don't really want to talk about how I'm not active anymore.
So many people who are active don't have that throat chakra because they just, Barb always says, oh, be the good little girl. Don't complain. Don't make waves.
Yeah, seriously. So that's where I was for a while. And I was like, you know what, I can't pick one. I really can't pick one to just stick to. And so I started researching. I was like, any questions? We have Google. So I was searching literally any question. I was like, is there any chance, or how do I do multiple activities, holistic practices at once? And I came across retreats. So I clicked on retreats and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I need right now. I don't want to just go to 1 hour practice. I want to be there for a whole day, 2 days, whatever it is. I need to indulge in this and just fully commit.
Submersion.
Yeah. And so I was researching. There's a bunch of different retreats to go on. So I found what resonated with me the best, and I chose a retreat to go on. And when I went there, I was the baby. I was the youngest one there. Everyone was older. They were, everyone's
Where did you go?
I actually just went to Florida. Pensacola, yes.
And what were the activities they did there? What were you immersed in, not submerged?
Yes, immersed. So when I was there, the first thing they did, it was very welcoming. They had a welcome ceremony. We went over where everyone was from a different area. We went over that's like kind of talk therapy, getting yourself out of your shell. Like, hey, we're going to be here for a day or two together. Like,
open the door.
Let's open the door. Let's get to know each other. We started sharing like why we're here, what brought us here, that deep, like, for me, it was the retreat, or it was the accident that happened. Everyone had a different story. So then we went into breath work, a lot of breath work. We did yoga. We did massage therapy on the beach. That was amazing.
Nice.
Then I went into, they did acupuncture there. There was a lady that did Ayurveda with the essential oils. And there was also a nutritionist there. And I know there was one or two more. But yeah, there was a lot of different practices going on. And then it was the first time that I had all like a very nutritious eating for 2 or 3 days straight.
Nice.
Just completely like the amount of water, the right
Detox,
nutrients that you needed. Cleared myself out.
That's great.
And I just fully was like, this is for me. Well, I don't know but that I'm going to do it yet, but I just know I'm going to be here. Next year I'm going on another retreat. Every year I go on a retreat for myself. So I just came back and I realized no one had any idea what a retreat even was in New Jersey. So I'm like, I went on this great adventure retreat for days. And they're like, what? Like, I can barely sit through an hour or two class. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm just like, wow, like no one around here. So in my heart, I'm a Cali baby. So out there, I started researching more. So that is normal, like literally like second nature. So I'm like, you know what, we need to make this like second nature here. I want to do this, I want to bring this here. So I indulged in all my certifications, got those, and then now I'm here and I'm offering retreats in New Jersey, a new location each year. I offer yoga, I offer sound healing. I'm actually partnering up with Kim Raring. She is going to do Journey Dance.
Nice.
So I'm excited to have her come to my retreat this year.
Nice.
And I'm also partnering with Awesome Hibachi because I loved that cleanse, but I also believe in this. There's mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, sociable, like, so I believe that the hibachi experience really indulges people at a dinner. Sometimes people feel awkward when they're just, sitting there. I just made you a homemade meal. Here you go.
Right.
No, let's have fun. Like, let's do this.
And what's better than a hibachi?
Yeah.
You can't not get involved.
No.
That's going on.
Exactly.
Now, I'm assuming they do it with better foods than a regular hibachi.
Yes. So they have better offerings. So they actually have, Awesome Hibachi is in all different states, like New Jersey, Arizona, Pennsylvania. I know it's in Florida. Just everywhere.
Nice.
A bunch of different states. They're everywhere. So I was like, you know what? I'm going for them. And that's who
great.
I'm, Kim Rain and the hibachi place is who I'm partnering with this year. So
that's fantastic.
Every year is a new collaboration.
So when do you do these? Is it a specific time of year? Or?
I like to do them a spring retreat.
Okay.
So right before the summer gets crazy. Everyone has a crazy schedule. I feel like this spring we're finally coming back to our true selves. The sun's coming out. Everyone's like, I want to go outside
Jersey's
again.
Open for business.
Everyone's open. So I'm like, you know what? This is, if we were lived in California or Florida somewhere year round. Every month or every couple months. I want to get more on the board, maybe have a couple more on per year. But for now, just spring.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe spring, summer, fall, eventually. I know the winters are like everyone hibernates, but
but that might be a good time to do it. Because you get people out of their shell, get people here realizing that just because it's a little colder doesning mean you can't do cold plunges in the ocean. You can't do jogging on the beach and the boardwalk when nobody's there. Really get out.
Seriously, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I might do.
We just made a second one.
Seriously.
Great.
That's awesome.
So now you're Reiki certified.
Yes.
What is Reiki for you? That's a good technique. Therapy uses it quite a bit. I did therapeutic touch instead of Reiki, but similar kind of concepts. So tell me how you got into that and how you use it.
Yes, I love Reiki. So Reiki is the life force, universal life force energy. So I have always felt energy since I've been little, and I've always I can walk in a room and I can feel someone's energy. I can feel when it's off. I can feel when people are just different energies. And I also feel that within myself. I started researching about it, and I was like, I've always been very spiritual. So I was like, this is something that really resonates with me. And I first got an experience from Erica Onifrey. She's at Soul to Soul in Ocean City.
Right.
So she's really awesome. She's really cool. And so she did a session on me, and I was almost in tears afterwards because it was bringing up everything that was inside of me, all this trauma from my past, everything I was going through at the moment. And sometimes you don't always get a full cry, but like it was just, I was going through a lot at the time.
Yeah.
So a lot came up, and it was really just really healing for me. And she gave me actually energy back, and that's what she does. She balances your energy fields, and she filled me back up. So I was almost overwhelmed. Like I was releasing, but also getting it at the same time.
That's great.
So it was really a beautiful experience. And
nice.
From there on, I was just resonated with me. I was like, this is something that I want to do. I want to offer to people from my own experience, just take my experience, hey, and share with other people, hey, this is something that might work for you, you know, give people different opportunities. I don't believe one fits all, you know.
No. We're all individuals, so we all need individual treatment programs. We all need individual healing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
for
great.
Sure. Yeah.
So now, do you do that as a one-on-one session? Do you incorporate it into yoga? Or?
So I do incorporate it into yoga, and I offer one-on-one sessions. I like to do the yoga, and then a little, while they're in Savasana, do a little Reiki over them before the sound bath. But
nice.
I'm excited to offer more classes.
There you go.
I haven't done that. I've been trying to collaborate and really connect with people this year. That's my goal. And just really build that community aspect, because I know I have so much to offer, but I'm also aware that connections go a long way. So I want to build that relationship with everyone and just go from there.
And I know you were at Luna.
Yes,
Soul and Bowls. We were just there doing a podcast. So yes, it's a great space that you can kind of come in. They will be happy to have you do some sound bowls while they have people swinging from the swings.
Yes, they are so awesome over there. Seriously.
Great. And now, so tell me about the sound bowls. Now, you said you like music.
Yes.
How did you get involved in that? Is that just another rabbit hole you went down and said, oh, I'm doing this?
Just another rabbit hole. I didn't know what to do with myself because I couldn't do gymnastics. So I was just exploring, came across them. I got my friend, actually in California, I flew out to see her. My first sound bowl, she got me. Kat Flynn, I love you. Thank you. You are my soulmate. She's my best friend since we were little. Oh, nice. And I arrived, and I just wasn't expecting it at all. I told her hey, I'm researching this. You know, we're just talking. We're friends. So I was telling her before I came out, I was researching about this, blah, blah, blah. And she I show up, and she gives me a tiny sound bowl. And I'm like, whoa. I start crying because this is something that I wanted to get into. I wanted to play it for her, for me, while I was down there in California. We could experience it together. And from then on, I kind of became addicted to them. So I was like, but they're really expensive. So I saved my money, and then I got 2 sets. And from there, I became obsessed with them. My cats would come around when I was playing them. Like, it was amazing. And
it's so amazing that animals, you can't placebo affect an animal. Energy is energy. You can't get rid of it. And it comes in a lot of different forms. It comes in light. It comes in sound. It comes in color. It comes in food. It comes in every form. And, you know, we don't realize how beneficial some things are until you, like you did, just dive in.
Yeah, let's just dive in. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so I've really used myself as an experiment, and I just dove in, and now I'm offering it to a bunch of different people in the area, and I'm just so excited to share with everyone for them to experience and heal. I just want everyone to be the best version of themselves.
That's great.
I'll do what I can help.
Do you have like a little song routine? Like, do you like to play a certain sound, or do you ask for requests? Do you have like a certain rhythm you go with?
I actually do have a couple different patterns that I do just for my classes. But if you're on one-on-one and you have specific needs, say your heart chakra, your throat, I have different bowls for those, tuned to different frequencies for your brain wavelengths.
Yeah.
So I can definitely target those for you and go in with that.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Brings us to a moment here we like to do, which is a little trivia. So it's a little trivia. It's kind of a mishmash because you do so many different things.
Right.
So don't be surprised. Most people don't know a lot of the trivia answers.
Oh boy, let's go. I won't be hard on myself.
And so I kind of dive down rabbit holes myself. I'm a nerd like that.
Exactly.
So, all right. Who is credited with starting Reiki and where? So you kind of mentioned it, and you're like, oh, I know it stands for this, but I don't remember where it comes from.
Right. I don't know how to say it. How do I say that? Salgri. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to say his name. But
So the internet says it was started in 1920s in Japan.
Oh yeah.
By
What's
Mikao
Japan?
Usui.
Okay. Oh yeah. It was Mikao.
And then brought to the U.S. by Kawayo Takata in the 30s.
It's so cool.
So
I got that one wrong.
Well, right.
I know,
like
it's fun, and it's fun to learn about
and
too,
it could be,
like for everyone.
It could be wrong. I do say that
Chat
GPT has lied to me flat out.
Okay.
So I've caught it, and then I've argued with it. And when you argue with the chat for getting things wrong, it's like a bad breakup of an employee.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, I'm so sorry. I will try harder. I'll do the best I can. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I love it. Let's go.
All right. So, how long ago and where did singing bowls originate?
Tibetan?
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 Yeah.
Yes.
You got it. In the Himalayas.
Woo-hoo.
How long ago?
Oh, that 18?
Oh,
No,
wait. 2,000
wait.
years ago.
I'm like, I really don't know. Yeah.
It's older than me, so who cares how far back it goes. They were made out of 7 different metals.
Yeah.
So now, where did the crystal bowls originate? This is a bonus.
Got the Tibetan. I don't know. I really don't know.
So apparently the crystal bowls were to try to make it less difficult to make because the Tibetans made it out of very specific metals and a combination. Sense. So the crystal bowls were done in the 80s in the USA.
That makes sense.
So you've got USA made products.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So since you do retreats, I want to ask you, do you think the Great Wolf Lodge is a good place for a retreat?
Honestly, I've seen many different retreats. You'd be surprised, honestly. Go on bookretreats.com. You can find any retreat. I mean, you could go there for like a little bit and then go back. But yeah. I know you're joking.
All right. So, which of the following is not a similar technique to Reiki? Qigong, Tai Chi, pranic healing, therapeutic touch, quantum touch, or polarity therapy?
I've never heard of polarity therapy, so I'm going to go with that.
Apparently, they're all similar.
Okay.
They're all about energy. They're all about moving energy.
Okay.
Tai Chi and Qigong,
I know
move it
about those.
yourself around you and just kind of get your own energy up.
Yeah.
Therapeutic touch is what I did in PT school with one of my professors, which is very similar to Reiki. Quantum touch apparently is the same kind of thing, but you're using sound as well, I believe it was. And then polarity, again, I saw it, and pranic, I saw it, I go, yeah, whatever.
I'll put that on there.
Yeah. But, the pranic should go with yoga, should go with all those things.
Yeah.
But they were all similar. So I thought, wow, there's a whole
exactly.
lot of different names. And if you think about it, one started in China, one starts in Japan, one starts in the U.S. as a new version. So people are just taking it and making little adaptations, and they all work.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
All right, this one you should get. What frequency of sound is best for creating love?
Your heart chakra.
So what's the frequency, do you know?
432? Oh, no.
528.
528.
There you go.
Okay.
So it's cool because with the chamber that I use, and I put people in, if they need something, I'll put in sound frequencies of those. And so I sit there and I have them all tuned in and ready to go. So I kind of play through a range of them and just let them sit in there and listen to it.
Yes.
But yeah, that one's always for love and relationships.
Love. Yes.
Heart chakras.
Love.
All right, so here's a good one for you. If you combined breathwork, Reiki, sound bowls, and yoga into a retreat, what would you call it?
Okay. I would call it I would call it Blissful Boundaries, literally, because that's what I am. I would just do Blissful Boundaries.
I was hoping you would say that and not make up some new name.
I'm like,
I may have to change your name.
Is this a trick question? You almost got me there.
It's tricky, but it's all goofing around.
No,
too.
Yes, you almost got me.
So I always give everybody that so you can have that.
I like that.
Yeah.
This is for me?
Yep, that's
Yay! Woohoo! And I'll always remember you from this. And I'll be back. So.
Yes. So, how do people sign up for your retreats? How do they find you? Where do they find you?
So, I am going to different holistic marketplaces, different fairs. I go to actually businesses, local, like person to person. I literally have brochures, walk in, talk to them, blah, blah, blah. Put my brochures there. You can also find me on Instagram, BlissfulBoundaries. My site's on there. And you can message me, DM me. Anything you guys want to do, you can reach me at my email, blissfulboundaries17@gmail.com. And we can talk from there. We can collaborate. We can work together. You guys can come to my retreats. And we can just help each other heal, really.
Now, how long are your retreats?
So my retreats are 8 hours from 12 to 8 p.m. And if you're flying in, like last year I had people from Florida fly in. So obviously I have the location. Each year we have a new location. So I have it for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We like to do a weekend really retreat for the people that are there far away. They can come relax. We can take that time to do our own holistic time when we're not on our schedule, because it's a schedule from 12 to 8. And while you're there, I also want to let people know it's your retreat. If you want to do 2 activities out of 15, do 2 activities and chill out. Like, hey, you're on a retreat. You're retreating away to get away, to relax.
Yeah.
So if it becomes too much, and it can become too much for people, and that's something I'm trying to get people to not feel stressed out about. Hey, you don't have to do all the activities. You know, it's a lot for people to come for 8 hours and really commit to that.
Yeah.
So especially if it's your first time, you know, I have friends that have done retreats. Of course, they want to come for 8 hours. They want to stay for 2 weeks if they could, you know. But there's also, I understand that there's people that have never experienced that. So it's going to be their first time. So if it's too much, that's also why I'm offering a dinner pass, a half-day pass, and a full-day pass. I've understood that, you know, it's a lot. Not everyone's like me, like we talk about. Not everyone's like, oh my gosh, I want to go there for 8 hours. And, you know, hey, if you come for an hour, do one activity, you come for half the day, I'm happy. You know why? Because you took something. It's for you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Just
for
get you
you.
there.
Yes.
So where's the next place you're going to go on retreat?
So I'm thinking my friend actually just moved out to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
So I'm thinking down there.
Nice.
I really want to get down to Hawaii.
Now, do you find that most retreats are people hosting it where they're from, or do you find that it's people saying, hey, we've got a group of people, we enjoy doing that, let's us go and, you know, stumble upon whatever is out there, and then we become almost like a travel group, and every year we kind of find retreats?
That's a good idea. I've seen, honestly, a bunch of different. I've seen people that do it down here. I know towards Cape May, different yoga studios offer like day retreats in the summer. Some people are starting to do that. So people are catching on to it. And also I've seen people collaborate and do groups and with other facilitators that run retreats. Hey, let's do this. Oh, hey, I live out in Arizona. I live in Bali. Oh, let's talk. Let's combine. You know what I mean? Let's do this together.
Almost like the old ski trip.
Yes.
Get a bunch of people together, put them on a bus.
Exactly.
Let's all go. We're going on Tuesday. Join us or don't.
Yep, exactly. So that's where I'm kind of just going a bunch of different directions, and I'm still getting those permanently in place. Right now, this is all the beginning. Like I just dipped my toe in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and for people around here, I'm happy. It kind of seems like a void that I was filling. So I really want to, while I'm experiencing and learning, we can all learn together. You know, you don't have to be, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 30 years. You can only learn from me. You know, like people have knowledge that they need to share with other people. And sometimes people don't feel worthy. You are worthy. I'm sure a random person that you can meet could teach you something.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So it's really cool.
So what is the coolest thing you've ever done on a retreat?
So the coolest thing, I've actually went ziplining Zip lining. So like I said, you could go on a couples retreat, you go on an adventure retreat. Yeah. There's ones out in Zion National Park. People, like I said, with their Great Wolf Lodge, people literally go for like an hour or two and then go back and do other stuff. You know, it's like for real. People do that. You got to check out bookretreats.com.
Book retreats.
Yes. Okay. It's a combination where, so once I get my permanent location, I will be on bookretreats.com. But because I'm still venturing around and getting my toes in the, you know, so I don't want to put, I'm at this location, then the next year, you know what I mean? Because each year you become known for a retreat, you know? So in New Jersey, eventually I want to have my permanent location.
Absolutely. And even if it's kind of a, hey, this retreat, we're going to stop at all the places that I do my yoga classes in Cape May. Or next time I'm going to do it all the ones I do in Atlantic County.
Exactly.
You know, so kind of hey, a little bit of a variety so people can experience different places.
Different places.
Yeah, we're going to go have lunch at this place. And
that's a great idea. Yes. Yeah. That's a beautiful idea, actually.
That's awesome. And that's what this is. Let's sit down, let's talk, and ideas just start to flow when you're around positive people and positive energy. Things just come out and you go, I'm going to do that next time. I'm going to do that next time.
And you can help each other, and I feel like we've noticed that again today. Every person, I really just take the time and really just open your mind. Open your mind to the possibilities.
Another thing we do, we call it quick questions.
Okay.
So it's a kind of little bit to learn about you and kind of your background. We listen to everybody's story. We know where they come from, but let's listen to what you like.
Yeah.
So what is your guilty pleasure?
Oh, you know what it is? Chocolate strawberries.
Chocolate strawberries. Well, that's half good.
I absolutely love chocolate strawberries. Sorry.
What is the best small business advice you ever got?
So, don't be scared to put yourself out there, and don't be scared of a no. Not everyone's going to say yes. You got to get used to those no's. You got to get used to just one person showing up. It's okay. That one person is going to grow to more, to 10 to 50 to 100. You know, you got to be okay with that at first. And not get discouraged by that, you know?
What's your favorite alternative item that you own?
What do you mean by
I call it alternative. So holistic wellness kind of things. What's your favorite?
I'm going to go with my sound bowls. Yeah.
I figured that much.
Naturally.
Where would you like to take, I usually ask people like an alternative health vacation, where would you like to take a retreat that you kind of are like, I can't get there yet, but I'm going?
I'm going to Bali.
Bali?
I'm going to Bali.
Nice. Yep. What is your life's mantra? What phrase do you live by?
Do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy.
Literally, do what makes you happy.
Good.
Because if you're not happy, what are you doing?
What's the point?
What are you doing? What's the point of life?
Life is worth living, so get out there and live it.
Exactly.
All right, lightning round. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Oh, I am not a coffee. Oh, sorry. Lightning. Tea.
Tea, okay. Carnivore or vegan?
Carnivore.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Alkali or neutral water?
Neutral.
Meditate or jog?
Jog.
Cold plunge or sauna?
Sauna.
Sound or light therapy?
Sound.
These are for everybody.
Yes.
So some people are more.
Yeah, exactly.
More sleep or more exercise?
I'm gonna go with exercise. I need sleep, but I need sleep.
Beach or bay?
Beach. I'm a beach bee.
Movie or book?
I love books.
Cat or dog?
Cats.
You said that already.
I love cats.
Sourdough or multigrain?
Multigrain.
Hiking or biking?
Hiking.
There you go.
I love it. Rapid questions. I love that. Let's go. He's awesome. I had so much fun.
So, again, Melanie Longo, Blissful Boundaries, retreats, but also you can find her at some of the local yoga places, doing some yoga, some Reiki, lots of sound bowls. Wonderful sound. If you've never experienced it, definitely go. It's almost like music that touches your soul.
Yes,
and it just kind of lifts you up to a new spirit.
Yes.
So thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your retreat. When is your retreat coming up?
May 17th.
May 17th.
Brigantine, New Jersey.
In Brigantine. Good. So we're there.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you
Melanie.
so much.